Hi, Dave.
What
Welcome.
is happening?
We're back again. This is episode 10, I believe, of the board meeting presented by Team Hammercock. I'm Zach.
And I'm David. And
Hello.
this is Sports Center.
And this is Sports Center. What's up, man? How are you?
We're good. We're good. I'm fired up for this slate, and I'm fired up about our team.
Yeah, this is you're so right, first of all, about our team. We continued the hot streak that we've been on for the last month with 3-1 and 1 weekend last weekend, which takes us to 28, 20, and 2 for the season, for the year. Brings us up to 789th place, which means we've moved up almost a little over 2,000 spots in the last month, which is crazy.
Good work.
We're 14-5-1 in the last month, which is a pace that if we're able to maintain, which, who knows, but if we're able to maintain this pace, 70% winners, we'll be top 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not
So these
surprising.
next couple weeks, not surprising. I'm just glad that all of our hard work that we're putting in and day out, and we're starting to see the benefit of it, and hopefully all you people out there are tagging along. I heard a story from a guy the other day, a guy that I don't know, that you don't know, that's a complete randomly found us. That is like, hey man, great job. We went 3-1 last week, man. Let's keep it up. Promise. How cool is that? So
Also not
thank you.
surprising.
So shout out to that guy, huh? All right. So we talked a little bit offline. This week is such a strange week to me, man. I think that this is, the public apparently has been winning pretty heavily over the last year, basically all season in the NFL. And to me,
like
this
50%.
looks, and so this looks like to me a week where Vegas is like, you know what, public, suck it. We're going to make this real hard on you boys. And I think it's interesting, man. I think it's a super interesting week. Most weeks we've got the lines, most lines are, between 1.5 and 4.5. You might have your outlier, 7.5 or double digit. This week, dude, there's 7 lines that are 7 points and higher. 7. Which is, I mean, that's like a college slate. You don't see that in the NFL. Yeah. And so I think it's pretty interesting, dude.
Yeah, I'm fired up about it. Speaking to that, I think I like a game in every double-digit spread.
Really? See, let me look at this. I like one that has a double-digit spread.
Let me just double check this real quick. I'm bending over on the couch. You can't see this right now, but
I think this has been such an interesting year. It feels like there's been more quarterback injuries this year than there have in the previous years. I counted it up the other day. I believe that 14 teams have had to start their second or even third string quarterback at some point this season, which seems abnormally high considering we're 11 weeks in or so. And then, gosh, you got that news just a couple hours ago that Burrow's out for the year now. Like, that's devastating.
There goes that MVP future.
What a jinx. I forgot you had that. But man, I think, honestly. What?
Uh-oh.
No, you're good.
Okay. I told our giant following to bet Joe Burrow being the dark horse MVP, and the next week he's out for the season. So
Well, you
or
know what?
maybe
You're
that was
not
a year ago,
wrong.
but
You're not wrong. He's still a dark horse candidate for MVP.
yeah, technically it would be the biggest dark horse of maybe all time.
There's not a soul out there that is expecting him to be VI or in VIP. He's always a VIP, but MVP.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, like that sucks. Like I gotta be honest. I told you yesterday that if we were picking Thursday games, I would have pounded the table. I think for Cincinnati and the points last night. And I think we dodged a bullet. I mean, obviously we did because Baltimore,
Yeah.
it was a close game until Burrow got hurt, you know?
Yeah.
And then
I
Baltimore
think
just ran
he went
away with
out and they were
Baltimore
up
did it.
13-10.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, Baltimore did exactly what they were supposed to do with Burrow out and ran away with it in the second half. So good for them. But I that's tough, man. If this was a regular game, I think a lot of people were on Cincy and now they're, anyways. I think being on Thursday night saved a lot of people in Circa,
Yeah.
you know? All right, you want to get
Yeah,
to it?
I agree. Yeah, let's rock.
All right. First game. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. It's a pick 'em, Dave. No Deshaun Watson. This is one of the 7 games that I have dotted. I don't really know if I love any of these games. I think there's only a couple of games I love. I think most of these I like. I lean towards, I would say, and this is one that I think I lean towards. Do you have
I
this?
would love to know where you lean
I think I
because
lean,
I have a
well,
lean.
on this game.
I do. Okay, well, let me throw out the stats. And by
Love
throw
this.
out some stats, I mean one little nugget. So Pittsburgh and Kenny Pickett. How about this? When he throws for over 200 yards,
Okay.
just 200, they are 4-0 this year.
Really?
I believe they have 5 wins.
Yeah, I think they're 6-3 now.
Are they really?
I think they're 6-3. But so that's still an amazing stat. All he's got to do is get to 200 yards. A lot
Right.
of times
But
you
it's
see those
also,
stats where do what?
I would love to know what the line would be if Deshaun Watson was playing. Would it be 6.5 or would it be 3?
See, I think that's so I'll just tell you my lean is towards Cleveland in this game
Yeah.
because I think the line if Deshaun was in was probably 3.5, 4, somewhere right around there, 4.5 maybe. And Dorian the DTR, Thompson, whatever his name is, this quarterback that's going for Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't know how he hadn't been he wasn't great, but Deshaun Watson hasn't been great either by any stretch. And
No, he played his
I think it's gonna be one of those games where Cleveland's defense, which is a damn good defense, is gonna be like, you know what? The only way we win this game is us. And I think they are going to get after Pittsburgh's ass on this game. Um,
Yeah,
which
I
is why
think the
it's
line speaks volume to what everyone thinks of the Browns D,
right, right.
and
So
just as much as a punch to Pittsburgh's off.
yeah, I just don't know. I don't. Is Pittsburgh going to go in? I don't know because it's a motivation thing too, right? Are they going to look at this and be like, "Oh my God, Deshaun is out. Our season's toast. Baltimore's looking great in the division. We're not gonna win the division anymore. But uh, you know, but I would like to believe that Cleveland's defense is going to stand up. I think if this were a 2 point, if this were -2 or -3 Cleveland, I'd probably stay away from it. But all they got to do is win the game. I think they win this game. But I'm not sold on this. This is just a game that kind of stood out to me a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, the line has moved to Cleveland -1 for what it's worth.
Okay. Where's my pen,
I don't hate
Dave?
it.
Let's put it. Do you have a piece of paper?
Yeah, I sure do.
Or a pen, I should say. All right,
Cleveland.
I'll Cleveland. All right, put it on the side. Put it on the side.
'Kay.
All right, Dave. Next game, Arizona at Houston. Arizona Houston -4.5. Oh, real quick, going back to that Cleveland game, I think the
Mhm.
forecast shows there's really no bad weather at all this week in the NFL. There's a couple games where it looks like it's going to be super windy, and I say super windy, I mean 15 gust up to 20, and this is one of those games. So, yeah,
Hmm.
take that for whatever it's worth. I think it
Well,
hurts Pickett, but it also hurts DTR or DRT or whatever his
sure.
name is. But
Yeah,
anyways, all right,
Thompson
so
Robinson, the 7th.
yeah, we should probably know him if we're gonna bet on him, right?
It
Or
is
maybe not.
Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Yeah, DTR. Down to dance. Uh,
That's confusing.
I know. I've been on a
Uh,
confusing, weird kick all week, as you know. Arizona at Houston, Houston -4.5 dates. What do you think?
I think it's a confusing game. You would think that I believe in Houston being able to put up enough points to cover. I don't believe that I know anything about what Arizona's gonna do now with James Conner back and Kyler Murray. I could see Arizona winning, or I could see Houston covering. This is one I stayed away from.
I had Arizona circled here as a lean. I think this is a slight I think this is an overcorrection on the line. I think Houston has looked obviously incredibly good. That coach is going to win Coach of the Year. That quarterback's going to win Rookie of the Year. There's even some talk now of heard where why wouldn't he be considered MVP? Which
Which
I
is
mean,
wild,
he
by the way.
yeah, it's crazy, but that but I think Kyler looked shockingly great last week. Um, and I think 4.5 is too many points. I think 4.5 is too
Yeah,
many points on this. If this were
if they can
3
throw
or
the
something,
ball,
it doesn't make
I
sense,
like
but
it.
4.5 is nuts. And also, I know our good friend, or your good friend, I don't like him that much, Jay Thompson. He is a big one thing he always loves looking at when he's looking at bets is what the public's on, you know? Which is making me kind of stay away from this game a little bit because the public, 69% of the public is on Arizona.
Oh,
And public dogs do not do well. Public dogs
yeah.
do not do well at all. So again, this I just have a lean on this game. I don't necessarily love it. If you don't
Okay.
like it, we can put it on the side. We can get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. It's just there's too many question marks, I think, on Arizona side.
Okay, well, let's get rid of it then.
But if I was betting, I would bet Arizona, I think.
I think this week's. I wish we talked about teasers more. Um, Maybe that's for another season. But I think this is a great teaser game. Get that up over 10.5, or get it up over 10. That's pretty big. Um, Dave, next game, Los Angeles Chargers -3 on the road at Green Bay Packers.
What do you think?
I got nothing on this game. I can't bet on Jordan Love. I can't bet on the Chargers as a staff. I I don't know. You got a warm weather team going to a cold area, indoor team going to an outdoor place. Green Bay does pretty well at home, but to me this was a total stay away game.
Yep, next game, 100%.
Okay. Love it. This is now we're getting into the weird lines, I think. Next game, New York Giants at the Washington Commanders, Washington -8.5. And this game drives me absolutely fucking insane. This line drives me
Okay.
insane because there is no way, there is no scenario that I'm betting Washington -8.5 really against anybody. But at the same time, There's no way in hell I'm backing the New York Giants. I think
I don't
everything
think
leans towards Washington.
I don't think the Giants can put up 7 points. I know they did last
Yeah,
week against the Cowboys after they were up 40 to nothing,
yeah, that doesn't
but
count.
the Giants are I think they have just complete give up.
Complete and total give up. And this is their third straight road game. They can't be excited about this. But
Yeah.
man,
I this
is this a look ahead? Is this like a weird letdown spot for Washington? They've been playing well. Now they get this perceived, weak, which is weaker team definitely coming into their place and think they can just walk all over them. And is this a game where Tommy Danny DeVito throws for 2 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions? I don't know, man. Like this game is weird. In Washington, what's his name? Antonio Gibson's out now, so you're down a running back. I know he doesn't start, but do you have this game? Do you like this game?
I like Washington.
Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
I think God,
And
I
not only are they
just
banged up at quarterback, but they're banged up on defense. I think they have like 2 corners out, the Giants do. And
well, I do
it's
like
not my favorite it's not my favorite game of the week, but I like Washington.
there's no way you can bet New York in this game, even though 62% of the public of the bets are on the Giants, which is
I
interesting.
think that's insane.
If anybody's watched them, I don't know. All right, let's put it on the side. I could be. I don't hate this game.
We'll come
Let's
back
put it
to
on the
it.
side. It's just a weird fucking game. I think. All right, next game: Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville -7. Tennessee might be a dumpster fire. I've got this. I've got to lean on Jacksonville here. I think what are they playing for? What's Tennessee playing for? Tannehill wants out. Jacksonville, I think they got absolutely boat race last week by San Francisco, but I don't think that's indicative of who they actually are. We talked about them. 1-5 in a row, go on the bye, they come back, they're going to play bad. That's just what happens. And they did. They didn't look very good at all. I think that if this, I think this line 2 weeks ago is probably what, -9, -9.5 Jacksonville, but
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit of an overreaction. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I lean Jag. Mm, I think Will Levis is just not very good, or at least not good enough yet.
Yeah, yeah, I like Will Levis, but yeah, I don't. I 7 points
don't
this
think
game.
they won't be able to keep up with them. I don't think. The
You think they're?
Jags
Yeah, I
should
think
be
they're.
able to move the ball, well.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely for sure. And they're coming out. They got they're motivated. They're motivated because they want to look better. They got embarrassed last week against San Francisco. I like Jacksonville. If you like it, I'm good putting this on the board.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board. It's on the board. There it is. That's the board. Next game, Dave. Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Detroit -8.
Oh, so
This is a weird line
uh,
again.
it's a weird line, but what's his name is playing, correct?
Yep, Justin Fields is 100% in. No injury designation today. It's Friday, by the way. I know you know that, but
Right, right, right.
I think, and to me, I think this is a game. I think Detroit's clearly the better team. But is this a game where Justin Fields is going to come back and this has backdoor cover written all over it to me?
Yeah, it's a
You
scary
know,
one for me.
this
I
game
could,
is
them being up
75.
17.
I mean, this may be one of those games where we look back and like, why in the hell didn't we take Detroit? You know, why did we stay away from this game? But if I mean, I like this game. I like Detroit -8. It's not my favorite, but I've got them circled. I think they're clearly the better team. They've got the better quarterback, better running backs. The running backs are healthy. They've got the better wide receiver group. They've got the better offensive line. Excuse
Yeah,
me. They've got the
Detroit's
better
good.
defense. They've got
I'm
everything
with
you
you. I
want.
lean Detroit as well.
And division game here, right? So I don't think the Detroit is going to be have any problem running this thing up if they can. Do you have Detroit in this game?
Yeah, I do.
Let's put it on the board.
I like it. Okay, done.
Detroit -8. Hell yeah. Now we get into the 3 double-digit games. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Miami Dolphins, Miami -13.5. David Allen, what do you think?
Miami -25.
No, I stayed away from
So
this game.
The Raiders on this little run have played the Giants and the Cardinals.
Yes.
They're playing an actual good team for the first time, and I think Miami is doing nothing but trending up. I think the defense
A-Chain
is
coming back.
legit. Yeah, I think Miami runs away with this one.
But see, I don't think Miami's defense is all that great necessarily. Do you put
I think
any?
they
I mean, the
get
whole
better
reason
and better.
we backed Las Vegas the last 2 weeks. We won on them the last 2 weeks, mostly because of this coach, and it's like this new coach bump. It's I think part of that goes away on an away game. You're not gonna get the new coach bump
Yeah,
the entire season,
it's
but
a 1 o'clock game in Miami, which is 10 a.m. in Vegas.
10 a.m. in Vegas, yeah, yeah, dome team going outside again. I think it's like a little slight chance around, but that doesn't matter. But my question is that the Dolphins have shown to kind of play with their food a little bit, on when they're facing inferior teams. Like what was that? Who were they
Yeah,
playing the other
I
day
would
when
say
they
the
were down
opposite.
10-0 at home? They
Um,
came back and they ended up covering like late, but I don't hate
yeah,
this game.
I
I'm not ready to I don't think I want to put it on the
watching it.
board just yet though.
Okay.
I
Um,
I, I don't like I'll tell you,
out.
I don't like any of these double digit games. Well, I'll tell you about it. All right, Dallas -10.5 at Carolina. We're gonna save that for last.
Yeah.
Next one, Tampa Bay at San Francisco. San Francisco -11.5. I actually have Tampa Bay circled on this as a lean.
Oh wow. I'm all over the Niners.
I think that's a lot of points, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. I don't. Tampa Bay's not good. I mean, they.
They're gonna win their division,
I don't know if
which they're
they
gonna win
are.
the shittiest division. Well, who else
I
is
mean,
going to?
who?
It's not gonna be the Saints. It's not gonna be Atlanta. It's not gonna be Carolina. I think just by
I think.
default they're gonna win their division.
Let me say this: Niners are 10-2 against the spread at home, and 4-1 as double-digit favorite.
Really, that's good stuff.
Now let's go last week. So they played the Titans last week, and granted, the Titans stink, but you had, I think, 2 picks and a fumble from Will Levis for them to get to 20 points.
Who Tampa?
I don't know. I just don't see Baker playing well against good defense, a good team.
Yeah,
And then they lost to the Texans, and
yeah. That was a weird game though. They were up to 30 seconds. I
yeah,
There's no doubt San Francisco's the better team. There's no doubt about that. I just don't know. This line seems just way big to me.
yeah. Now 12.
Is that now 12?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we put it on the side?
Yep.
Oh, we got so many on the side now. Next game, Seattle at Los Angeles Rams. This is the weirdest line I think of the entire thing. Seattle -1 at Los Angeles. The Rams are getting Stafford back. Everybody and their mother are on the Rams, which again kind of sucks. 73% of the public is on the Rams right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me
I
like
I
the
haven't
Rams a whole lot less because I like the Rams.
I like the Rams too, but this after reading all this, like this is a funky line. This should be to me, this should be the Rams minus 3.5, -4, and they're 1 point underdogs. To me, the more I think about
Well, I think,
this, this is weird.
man,
Vegas knows, man. This is the weirdest line to me. To me, this is a stay. To me, this is now a complete stay away game because the line doesn't make sense. What's the current? What are the current? What's the current line?
I'm looking for here. Um, you've got the Rams are okay. I'm seeing pick 'em,
So it's moved down a little bit.
and then
I mean,
well,
plus one's.
and then ESPN is now. Well, I don't trust ESPN. Let's go to
I mean, no offense,
MG.
no offense, ESPN. We love you.
MGM has Rams -1 now.
So it's switched. What was that stat you
So
gave
it's two
yesterday, the other
points.
last week? Wasn't that you that gave that stat
Moving
last week about when it
moving
flips sides?
from yeah, favorite to dog. The betting on that dog was a losing bet.
Which now we went from dog to favorite. So the other one
Right.
went
So it
from.
should be the opposite.
I don't. To me, there's too many question marks on this game, man.
But without the public knowledge of public betting, you and I both agree we like the Rams at +1.
Yes, but even before the public betting, I kind of backed off a little bit because I made this yesterday, just like over the last 24 hours.
Okay. This is, I, I
I,
I would bet
I
more.
think there's games I like more than this now,
Okay.
unless you love it.
I like it. Let's keep going. Jetsville.
I got nothing on this. The
Me neither.
Bills. You know what we said last week, Dave, that Buffalo is going to have a tough time making the playoffs. And since then, they've
Yeah.
lost another game. They fired their offensive
Fired them.
coordinator, which is the dumbest thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot believe
Pain in the
Dorsey
face.
got fired. But at the same time, I'm not betting on Zach Wilson right now. So to me, this is a
Yeah.
complete
No
and
way.
total pass.
Agreed.
Minnesota at Denver. Denver -2.5 on Sunday Night Football.
What do you think?
This is another crazy line to me. This is a crazy line. Denver's been playing really, really, really well. Like, honestly, Denver's been playing really well. And we've been on Denver, right? We've been
Hmm.
kind of riding that Denver wave a little bit. I mean, we've benefited from how well they've been playing, but you know what? We've also benefited from Minnesota and the fighting Josh Dobbs. I I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that this is another interesting game. I originally had Minnesota circled here because I do like Josh Dobbs a lot, but why stand in front of a train? And these are two trains right now.
Yeah. I think the only reason I lean Broncos here is because it's in Denver.
Yeah, and tonight game, it's not. It's gonna be windy. You know, it's again dome team going outside at night. That crowd, that Denver crowd, has been waiting for years to be excited about something. Tonight, they're gonna. It's Thursday, Sunday night. They're gonna be that crowd's gonna be jacked.
Yeah,
On
to be honest with you, I do like Denver here.
Let me ask you a question. Just one more like devil's advocate question. If they would not have won against Buffalo in the craziest game, what's this line? If they would have lost by 3 to Buffalo, does it
I don't
pick
know if
them?
it's that much different. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's one or pick 'em, but I still think you're getting less than a field goal.
Yeah. The fact that it's not 3, I like it. Let's take it. Fuck it. Let's take Denver
Yeah, I
-2,
do too.
2.5.
Okay.
Okay. Love it. Philly, Kansas City, we're not picking it anyways because it's Monday Night Football. I would probably lean towards Philly here on the road. I can't believe Philly's getting points against Kansas City, but we're not picking
Okay.
it anyways.
Yep.
Um,
So we
what
got
was I going to say?
we have the Rams, Niners,
Denver.
Cleveland, Miami, and oh, we didn't talk about the Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys. I hate this game.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an absolute stay away from me. I see the Cowboys
God,
getting a lead, pulling guys, and getting backdoored and winning by like 9.
God, I'm so happy we're on the same page here because I was afraid that you were going to be on either one of these teams.
Yeah,
I was afraid you're going to be on Dallas too, and I was like, Bryce Young's going to have a good game. This is a letdown spot, I think, for the Cowboys.
they got
They've come two
Thanksgiving
off
on
division
Thursday.
games. They got Thanksgiving coming home on Thanksgiving on Thursday. They've got a division game on Thursday, I think against Washington. This
Yeah,
is a
this
total
is a
and
stay away.
the last time they were in this position was against Arizona, and they freaking lost outright by 20 points. Total stay away. God, that makes me happy. We're seeing the board, Dave. This is God, I'm fired. I'm fired up now because I love that. All right. So our three games that we have locked in. We have Detroit, we have the Rams, and we have Denver, correct? What is up with these
Rams or
balloons?
Jacksonville? I
Did
have
you see the
Jacksonville,
balloon?
Detroit, Denver.
Did you see the balloons just now
What balloon?
on my screen? Okay, hold on. Denver. There's something last week too. I said a name. Okay, here we go. To watch the screen, tell me if you see balloon. This is strictly a balloon set. We'll probably edit all this out.
Okay.
Jacksonville, Detroit.
Oh my God,
What?
Detroit, Detroit,
Detroit. Detroit.
Jacksonville.
Detroit. Detroit. Weird, man. Okay.
What
No.
on earth? Balloon.
It was balloon. It was last week. We had balloons too, and then on something. I think it was Detroit.
Huh.
I love it. Fuck. All right.
Are
All
we
right.
being
Sorry.
hacked?
Sorry. I'm distracted now by all the balloons. All right, Dave. So who do we have? Who are three locked in?
Jacksonville, Denver, Detroit, and balloon.
Jacksonville, Denver, Detroit.
I don't know.
Okay.
That was so
All
weird.
right. All right. Who do we have on the side? Who we got? We got to pick
On
two
the,
of the following:
on the side, we have Rams, Niners, Cleveland, and Miami.
Rams, Niners, Cleveland, and Miami. Okay. Rams, Niners, Cleveland, Miami. We got to pick two of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of that, what's your least favorite?
Probably the Cleveland Pittsburgh game, but I don't not like it.
That's probably my least favorite out of gosh, we're gonna go five. Are we gonna okay, so we're gonna go I could see us looking back at Cleveland and being like, man, Kenny Pickett just outplayed that kid. Period.
Yeah, I just Pittsburgh is kind of trending in a better direction, and you know, DTR or whatever could throw 3 picks against a good Pittsburgh defense, um,
Yeah.
or
He's
fumble. That's a huge question mark.
yep.
I'd rather
Okay.
bet on a team that I know is good
That's fair. That's fair.
than
So let's get rid of Pittsburgh and Cleveland. So now we're looking at Miami, San Francisco, and
in the Rams.
I thought we already had the Rams on there. Oh, I like the Rams. Let's pick the Rams.
Yeah, done.
Wait, do we also have Washington on there too?
We had Washington on the side. You're right.
I All right. So between the Rams +1 and Washington -8.5, what's your favorite game
Of those two,
of those two?
the Rams.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Rams. Let's lock the Ram. Well, let's not lock them in yet. So we got Rams, San Francisco, and Miami. We got to pick two of those, right? I
Yeah.
think I I can't pick San Francisco because I like Tampa Bay.
Okay. My favorite of those is Miami.
Okay, so let's go Miami and then the Rams.
Yeah.
Those are our
I'm all
last
for it.
two.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final deal is Jacksonville, Detroit, Miami, Rams, and Denver.
Yep.
Is that right?
That is right.
Balloons. The town. Detroit. So weird. Okay. Well, this is fun. Happy Thanksgiving. Dave, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Not turkey.
Okay.
Uh, pumpkin pie with a little Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Hey, baby, give me some Cool Whip on that, baby. You I gotta tell you, you have not had my, fried turkey, but you will on Sunday.
You know what? You're right. I do not. When I think of Thanksgiving turkey, I think of just dried bird, and I don't consider fried turkey in the mix.
The Clark Griswold turkey where he cuts it and just
Yeah.
smoke comes out of it. God, I'm so ready for Christmas movies. I love Christmas movies.
So
My
great.
favorite, you know what, though? I always get in an argument with my wife because if it was up to her, we would already have the Christmas tree up, the Christmas lights would be up, we'd have Christmas shit up everywhere. And Thanksgiving is my number one favorite holiday. And I'm always like,
No
no, we
way.
will number one favorite. And I'm like, our house respects Thanksgiving. This is a house that gives Thanksgiving the respect that it deserves. And so like I'm like, no, we cannot put up any Christmas lights or anything until after Thanksgiving. And I was at Central Market the other day. I'm at Central Market almost every day. But I was at Central Market and they have a huge banner up that says, "Don't December my November." And that made
That's
me
funny.
so rocked up. I was like, I fucking love you, Central Market. Thank you.
It's your place.
Thank you. And they know, they get it. Don't December my November. Don't do it. But with that being said, I love a Christmas tree. I love Christmas tree lights. I love Christmas movies.
There you did.
Hey, baby.
Not
Hey,
bad.
thank you, Dave. Let's go. Hey, we honestly, real quick, if we can go 4-1, 4-1, 5-0, which is so absurd to even think that's a possibility. But 4-1, 4-1, 5-0, in 3 weeks, we will be picking up a check for $100,000 from Circa for the quarter win.
I don't think that's ridiculous at all.
4-1, 4-1, 5-0. Let's get rich. Let's make a lot of money these next 3 weeks.
Fired up.
All right. Bye, Dave.
No.
Ding. Detroit.
Never.